On November 16, 2004, Nigeria's own conglomerate was born.
I have seen what happened in South Korea, how companies like Daewoo, Samsung, LG, Hyundai were developed with the assistance of government, and they become global.
The vision of Transcorp was to be that mega conglomerate that could play in literally all sectors. Construction, as Africa's own Julius Berger, hospitality, natural resources, manufacturing, and so on and so forth.
It was set up to be a private sector-driven organization owned by Nigerians, for Nigerians, creating wealth for the average Nigerian and improving lives, and led by Nigerians, but competing favorably with other global companies in the world.
Nigerians across the world subscribed in numbers, indicating their belief in the goals and objectives of Transcorp.
The objective was also to create ownership, for them to feel a sense of this is our thing. And the conglomerate that we are creating is not Mr. X's company or Mr. Y's company, but to create a Nigerian and African company.
Tony Elumelu, who caught the vision of Transcorp at its formation and who believes in it, but I think his own belief in it lasted longer than that of others.
The company actually needs a major prime investor. We were just a multiple of investors in Transcorp there who could not really, unless collectively, give a strong direction. But the core investor would really lead the team, the pack, and we can run. And I think that was what was exciting, and that is what has happened.
Tony Elumelu happened to be at the very beginning. So he was part of the backing of the idea in terms of sharing the vision. He understood clearly what we intended to achieve. That's first. Second is that if you have a grand idea, grand vision, you also need someone or some people who are themselves people of big ideas and especially high execution capacity to get it through. And Tony Elumelu, he needed a Tony Elumelu to give Transcorp a soul.
When we gathered that day at the presidential villa at Abuja, and the President Obasanjo at the time, shared his passion and vision with us, he felt that this kind of passion and this kind of vision for a new Africa, it was like a national assignment. More importantly, we felt it was our own opportunity to make a difference in the global space, our own opportunity and moment to actually show that Africa has got the best and the brightest. After the first phase of Transcorp, the company had challenges, and painfully we watched Transcorp drift a bit. And so later in life, when I retired from United Bank for Africa, I thought I should look in that direction. It was time to use other platforms and live what I preach, which is the philosophy of Afro-capitalism, which is the fact that private sector could, in fact, play a role, and should play a role in the development of our continent.
As Tony Elumelu's Heirs Holdings took to task of turning around Transcorp, several strategic investments and philosophical decisions were taken regarding the new direction for the company. Today, Transcorp Power is a leading power energy supplier working with international partners to ensure that it delivers a substantial portion of the energy that keeps Nigeria ticking.
Power generation is important in any nation because we all take for granted that you can switch off the on and off the lights, but when it's not there, you realize how many things break down. So power is actually a prime requirement.
We realize that the single most critical agenda for developing Nigeria and Africa is improving access to electricity. We felt that if Transcorp was all about transforming lives and improving developing our continent, the starting point was to fix power. And that we're having to bring electricity, which is most needed in Africa and Nigeria, to our people, so that students can do homework, so that hospitals can function well and save lives, so that businesses can operate, so that SMEs can survive and cost of operation can go down.
Other investments include the flagship Transcorp Hilton Hotel Abuja, with plans at advanced stages to develop new Transcorp Hilton hotels in multiple cities across Nigeria.
It's really about replicating the successes we've had and making sure that we continue to transform and lead the industry. We have these 2 hotels in Calabar and Abuja, and building the 2 in Lagos and Port Harcourt. And we are also looking to expand into other locations.
With a fundamental strategy of creating value and nurturing its various subsidiaries, Transcorp continues to grow and is fast becoming a world-class company with the capacity to meet global standards and surpassing shareholders' expectations. The ability of Transcorp to access the capital markets is critical to the achievement of this goal, whilst ensuring that investors also continue to enjoy the ability to invest in a company that can deliver profitable and sustainable results into perpetuity.
The future for Transcorp holds a lot of promise. One, because the company has been built with the very right foundation. The top leadership of the company has very strong corporate governance ethos. They are also people who have been trained and have built businesses over time, so they have a legacy. And the management is quite propulsive, the management is quite agile, the management is quite willing to achieve. So one expects that the coming years holds a lot of promise for Transcorp.
As we focus on the future, Transcorp aims to continue to be true to its founding intentions as a vehicle through which Nigerians can invest and benefit from the rapidly transforming Nigerian economy.
This is what Transcorp represents. This is Transnational Corporation of Nigeria. This is about transforming lives and improving our continent. This is our essence, this is our promise. This is what we do for our country and the promise we hold for the African continent.